La Liga no I a very and they have 4 horse race La Liga title.
Yeah, Sevilla in it.
People have not kept an eye on Sevilla.
Yeah.
In fact, Omni Real Madrid fortunes in recent weeks. In the last 5 games, Mabo draw once, we need 4 now. And for them, they've won 4 consecutive games. They are 3 points behind the league leaders. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid are tied on points. But Atletico Madrid were a game in hand. Our bar, Obeko all clear. But in all of that, Barca also a game in hand because Obo Bilbao in the Copa del Rey final are winning the first trophy in the season. So yeah, the league I am very excited, and I'm happy for Julian Lopetegui for ne exploits are Onya with Sevilla. When him Sevilla for Atletico Madrid new money be. You know, Atletico Madrid capitalized on. No, you see, Atletico Madrid capitalized on building their fortunes and building their stature, their consistency in the Europa League.
Okay.
I thought Atletico Madrid for a dominant in the Europa League. They were nowhere near winning the La Liga. They were just a force in the Europa League. Not me so strong. Falcao no near the. Now, with the amount of money they made and then exposure around that time, because they had been consistent in the Europa League, you know, I'm building on that clouds. And I'm the call meaning a Champions League dominant force. La Liga once in that time. Now, Sevilla and all the years of my dominant in the Europa League, and Uncle said that is where they want to stay. But it's a club that show ambition. Said they want to punch higher. It's Russia. They've gone last season. Normally the Europa League. They played in the Champions League this season. They exited, but exploits in the league, you know, has been something to write home about. So you can draw the similarity between Sevilla for fortunes or building on dominance in the Europa League and what we saw of Atletico Madrid some time back. And good news for a Spanish league, you know, because Sevilla 2 more forces, because now we know Valencia, who was somewhat a third force in some generation, you bring some few more forces like the Sevilla and Atletico Madrid, no, maybe a Villarreal, Valencia, back. The competition becomes skinner. But I'm excited with what I've seen of Sevilla this season. I'm a boy, very nice. They've got some very decent players, but it all comes down to the manager anyhow deploy in the side and the way I'm attacking football. So they might not. I'm not sure they are going to win it. They are still in the chase. Sure. You can't write them off mathematically. Realistically, I don't think so. But if they finish in the top 4, it will be a massive achievement for Julian Lopetegui, Niejuma, or the Sevilla team. No, aye. Right. When we speak about, you know, like you said, the conversation around the European Super League is not dying anytime. It's not dead yet. Yeah. Because Endra Florentino Perez could grant interview be. And what he was saying is that, like I said yesterday, I was disappointed in their PR, in their communication, in how they relayed information. And he said it yesterday. Say ABR, they didn't explain themselves well. But some way, somehow, they are going to get it done. So he made emphasis, say AC Milan, FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus are not out. Almost released a statement, Bia said they are out.
Yeah.
What I say? Okay, Milan for statements now. They've recoiled. But they also made emphasis, say they still believe, said there has to be a reform. Juventus did the same. Barcelona are quiet. Real Madrid haven't spoken. And the English clubs, Ana Akasa. But even that Florentino Perez Chemwa, they've signed a binding contractor. It's not all dead yet. But maybe they've heard what the fans are saying. Said the fact say it will be 15 teams, no more constant, and there will not be any relegation, and the merits, you know, and how to get there would be the problem. So they'll come back again. I think it's only a matter of time. But in all of this, no, what do they go for Messi? They go for Messi what UEFA has done. In all of this, people have missed the new Champions League system, what it means, and the similarity in the new Champions League system to the Super League and creative. But this is another news. Unim said the Premier League are considering the British Super League.
Wow.
And it's okay. European Super League, Mama draw all of this together. I want to box it up.
Right.
A little bit of education about it.
Yes, sir.
Now let me start with the British Super League. What do you know here? All right. So in essence, the Premier League, episode a good Scottish league, you know. Wow. Already Scottish league is strong.
When you Rangers this Celtic, there's nothing there.
So see what they want to do. One person we invited Rangers and Celtic.
Wow.
Edbert joining the Premier League.
Wow, that's an interesting proposition, huh?
Omuria, league no teams no so about 18. because the fewer, the merrier.
Sure.
So any amount of money they would make, 18 clubs in the Premier League. Now, say Scotland, for lose Celtic, any Rangers are, what becomes of the Scottish League? Why not? Now, this is what will happen to the Premier League. The whole of the UK viewership will be centered on the English Premier League because some way, somehow, the Scottish guys, all major fan base, yes, Celtic and Rangers, no. According to Egypt Football League, automatically, the Ghanaian fan base will watch the Egyptian National League, which means that there is money they will make from this region.
Wow. But they will be depriving Scotland also of
it
football.
Is Scottish League in the they did it to Wales. You tell them we invite Swansea, Cardiff. So we join them championship. No, then they got promoted. They did it to Wales.
Wow.
And then they are looking at the British Super League. Now, this is the league. Now, Lambert State, the 6 top teams are. The European Super League.
It's a double standards, and I said there.
There's hypocrisy. I said it here. Say, football, more beyond that, they'll be say football. When they tell you, say, they think about the fans, The handlers of the sports, the association heads, they think about money. It's not about the fans, but they will use the fans to get what they want. They'll tell the fans, say, I didn't go for a person. It's not good for you. But in their interest, and omunyaya, and your side, there were no complaints. Now let me explain what the Swiss model in the UEFA Champions League from 2024 to 2025 would mean. Nana Darkwa, 32 teams they name some about the current Champions League system, no?
Yeah.
And then you about Champions League starting from group stages,
Sure.
You go group stages, no. There will be no group stages in the Champions League, the new format. However, there will be 36 league formats. Tio, you have group stages, Bill. You have about 36 teams on mobile league. But every team, 36 teams, no, about 10 matches, 5 home, 5 away. Fixtures no be dependent. On me you see rankings. On me you see the rankings of teams, to seed them and then get the pairing for the fixtures. And the seeding would be done based on one, historic performance in the Champions League.
Wow.
What does it? It's on we are 36 teams there about the new Champions League. And then group stages, a league format. After 36, I'm about 10 matches in the year. 8 teams are better top from 1 to 8. Are progressing to the next phase. Then the next 16 teams, you draw normal ball and knock out a playoff, home and away. Not 12 now can the bottom 12 now this is what is going to happen. 8 teams, first to 8 ever progressing automatically, right? Now from 9th about down to the 16th team from 9th, Domusuno on the ball, you be pay normal ball a playoff. After that playoff, 16 teams, half be coffee. So half nekwa a price aka 8. That 8 will then join the top 8 now. Winning and top league, first to 8, we'll join them and play the quarterfinals, and then the competition will progress from what we are used to in the knockout stage.
Wow.
Here's the caveat. There are 4 more slots in the new Champions League format, because 32 now for about 36.
Yeah.
One of them will be awarded to France. Send the French League and Champions League. And also, we have 4 teams automatically, like the Premier League, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, and the Serie A. Here is where the similarity between Super League, and the new Champions League format comes in. 2 extra slots won't go to leagues on coefficients and ranking after French League. Now let me explain that. Top leagues in the world, in Europe, are ranked by coefficients. Top leagues. In some cases, the top 5 European leagues are. They mention England, Germany, Spain, Italy, and then France. Right? Now, there's a 6th league. There's a 7th league. And what you may say, 2 extra spots then go for the automatic qualification for the champion of the 6th league or the champion of the 7th league. Say Basa fair. Basa, we want all inclusiveness. Look at what 2 extra slots will do. 2 extra slots will be a safety net for the top 5 leagues. No teams are Omaji and as Omabom who Champions League ni muda, but Oman qualify their league. It's when you think of Manchester United 2 seasons ago. Abra just sit. Oleba first Oriye sit. Oriye sit. Yeah, I think sit.
Nke bad admit you more.
About admitting. What does it? It is say team it say Real Madrid. BBC not also fit or La Liga. You better admit that's a safety net for Real Madrid. You get it? Yeah. Now this is what they want to use the 2. This is in my analysis. This is what they want to use the 2 extra slots for. The 2 extra slots there is to capture England's top 6 teams automatically playing in every season in the Champions League.
Wow.
Because nobody can tell me say Spain, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Barca automatically won't finish our top 3 in this era unless another generation. Nobody can convince me say PSG won't finish there. Nobody can convince me say Bayern Munich won't finish there. What I say? Nobody can convince me say in this era Inter Milan and Juventus won't finish there. So the safety net, who does it cover? England has got teams doing better than top 4 in Europe. It's in Liverpool outside the top 4, and then Spurs outside the top 4, and then Arsenal outside the top 4. So there's a safety net to actually accommodate on the traditional top 4, and then 2 other big clubs are League 9 competitive in Tino. They couldn't make it into the Champions League.
Interesting.
So the Super League attraction now they are bound to be the picky. I overshadow the new format of the Champions League. I'm at the Donald Grant CSS and the Super League difference. The only difference is that Super League is Canada also, and UEFA will lose its money. Because I can almost certainly guarantee, say, league format 36 teams from boy, 8 qualify automatically. 16 next teams no stadium no. 12 nebe coffee no will be 12 teams from the weakest leagues in the world. Yeah. 12 teams from the weakest leagues in the world. So it will still be left with the big boys who are almost always going to play because of the 2 safety nets. And the increase in the number of participants from League 1. And now there's another slot for Eredivisie. It's 1 slot, 4 slots no. Bako koma, your friend say League 1. Na bako akwama, 2 akwama safety nets. Na bako na eda hono. They'll look at a team historically no obono home moding, but one qualified. So that will more or less will be like an invitation. But on Oba, they'll go through the traditional Champions League qualification system.
Yeah.
The teams who say Champions League qualifies. It's almost Bob on Nobel as Waba. So in truth, what UEFA also wants to do is to get more big games on TV so that they can generate enough money. Because economically, the current structure of football, it is not sustainable. Revenues, what I say? Revenues, revenues are clubs making. It's not growing. Stagnant. But the player funds and I say transfer market sikano. Cost and a player salary cost. It's the big teams are our football heavy no. It is why the clubs on Boca Eba. And just small clubs no. And just Southampton. And then Newcastle. Man U, Chelsea, Man City, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid. What do you mean? They pay the money for the big players. Newcastle wage bill, but Newcastle toss 15. The amount of money you make from playing the Premier League, amount too much profits. The same for Southampton. Or Real Craswa, or somebody turn the best players. I'm a Real Madrid in my Yumo. So the current system in football, it is not economically sustainable, which is a fact.
Yeah.
So UEFA has to invest in the clubs. Now the difference here is that UEFA don't want the competition. We are not the same man now. So that's kind of the man. One of the what about building infrastructure, one of the building academy, and one of the organizing everything, pay your player salary and what have you. The new league that was going to come, there was going to be an investment funder. And no undio. Yeah, the amount of CSA, Madrid for stadium, 1% will improve. Uncle loan. They are going to be investment funds. It was why they were looking in that direction. So these are the two, different formats have been presented. This is what UEFA is presenting. This is what the Super League is presenting. And the fans don't want the Super League. Like Florentino Perez said yesterday, maybe they didn't communicate well. And I agree. I said it here yesterday. So I was looking forward to a lot more explanation on the days that followed. They failed. The PR was poor.
Yeah.
But the idea is not far off from what UEFA has put out there in the current Swiss model. The idea is not far off. It's just a UEFA din and that's.
Okay.
And what the Premier League is doing is not far off. Because they are going to kill the Scottish League to make the Premier League richer. So when people tell you say football is about the fans, and then a scope of people are telling you say it is true, I'm telling you, me, I can't catch you say those at the top don't think that way.
Okay.
What I say? It's a lot more about the dough.
Cash now.
Yeah, make a crab about touch on other things as it progresses, as it develops. Finally, I said